Welcome to the NewsHour. The man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk is now in custody.
The arrest came after an extensive search. The FBI had called on the public for help, posting surveillance photos and videos and issuing a $100,000 reward. As Stephanie Sy reports, it was information from the suspect's own family members that ultimately led to his arrest.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
After a massive manhunt, police have the young man they believe killed Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson is a 22-year-old Utah resident. The state's governor described how the tip came in.
A family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
He was arrested today and is being held on initial charges, including aggravated murder. Robinson's family members told authorities that he had become more political lately.
Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
Kirk was shot by a sniper on Wednesday on the campus of Utah Valley University. A crowd of thousands had gathered for the kickoff of his so-called American Comeback Tour. Later, the FBI released this surveillance video that they say shows the shooter escaping the crime scene. They collected evidence from the rooftop.
Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" !"Catch!"
Cox said investigators have also discovered messages between Robinson and a roommate that corroborated the details of the weapon and engraved casings.
In 33 hours, we have made historic progress for Charlie.
FBI Director Kash Patel, who early in the search released conflicting information about a possible suspect, said the investigation would continue.
This would not have been possible without you, the media, and you, the public. That's why we went so public, so fast, and we're so transparent, and we're committed to that transparency.
After giving the latest on the investigation, Governor Cox addressed the moment in broader terms.
I don't want to get too preachy, but I think it's important that we, with eyes wide open, understand what's happening in our country today.
The Republican called out the political nature of the violence, which he has called an assassination.
It is also much bigger than an attack on an individual. It is an attack on all of us. It is an attack on the American experiment. Now, again,
he spoke to Kirk's followers and opponents, many of them young people.
You are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now. Not by pretending differences don't matter, but by embracing our differences and having those hard conversations.
Well, on Fox News this morning, the president had a different emphasis.
I hope he gets the death penalty. What he did, Charlie Kirk was the finest person. He didn't deserve this.
While political violence has claimed victims on both sides of the aisle, President Trump today said the left is more to blame.
I'll tell you something that's going to get me in trouble, but I couldn't care less. The radicals on the right oftentimes are radical because they don't want to see crime. They don't want to see crime. The radicals on the left are the problem, and they're vicious, and they're horrible, and they're politically savvy.
So close was he to the Trump administration that last night, Charlie Kirk's body was flown from Utah to Arizona on Air Force Two. Vice President J.D. Vance accompanied Kirk's widow, Erica, on the trip and described Kirk as a true friend. Kirk founded the campus activist group Turning Point USA at 18. His influence is credited with helping Trump win, and he became a close confidant to many in the White House. While his views earned him a loyal following, they also made him a target. He was often engaging in debates on college campuses, which is where last night students across the country gathered to mourn.
All we can do is pray and look to the Lord for guidance, and I think that this really will be the turning point that Charlie's been preaching and been doing since he started.
Turning point next year and even this year is going to be bigger than ever. We're going to keep his message alive.
Turning Point USA says it has more than 850 chapters on U.S. campuses. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Stephanie Sy.